A warehouse is a busy environment, often with multiple forklifts driving around, trucks being unloaded, and pick packers collecting orders. You must be familiar with the hazards you may face when moving loads. There is a range of common hazards forklift drivers face in the workplace. The key to avoiding these hazards is to be aware at all times, checking above you for overhead service lines, lighting, and surrounding structures. You must also be aware of other vehicles working in the same area as yourself, such as other forklifts, walk-behind forklifts, and trucks. Other common hazards to look out for are doorways and corners, pedestrians, dangerous materials, uneven or sloping ground, bad weather conditions, and non-weight-bearing surfaces. In Australia, we experience varied weather conditions. Weather conditions may cause possible hazards that can affect forklift operations, including, but not limited to, wet and slippery conditions, strong winds, heat and sun exposure, limited visibility, smoke, snow and ice. No matter which type of forklift you are using, you need to ensure the workplace has adequate airflow. Forklifts with internal combustion engines that are powered by petrol or diesel give off dangerous exhaust gases. It is important to never use forklifts with internal combustion engines in a confined space. You may become overpowered by these dangerous gases. Confined spaces are better suited with a battery electric forklift. Likewise, battery or gas-powered forklifts need good airflow whilst on charge or refueling. Battery or electric forklifts emit explosive gases whilst on charge. For gas-powered and internal combustion engine forklifts, it is essential that you never refuel the forklift with the engine running. The risk when refueling the forklift whilst the engine is running is that the fuel may ignite. Operating a forklift near electric lines is very dangerous. In New South Wales, the minimum safe distances you must maintain when operating a forklift near electric lines are up to 132,000 volts equals 3 meters. Between 132,000 and 330,000 volts equals 6 meters. Above 330,000 volts equals 8 meters. In your forklift license assessment, you will only need to remember the distances and not the voltage. You can find out the voltage of overhead electric lines by contacting your local power supply company. If the forklift you are operating contacts live electric lines, you will be at risk of electrocution. There are 5 steps you should follow if you come into contact with electric lines. 1. Warn others to stay away. 2. Attempt to break contact with electric lines. 3. Stay in the machine if safe to do so. If it is unsafe, you must leave the machine, jump clear ensuring you don't have contact with the vehicle and the ground at the same time, landing with your feet together, and then continue to jump with your feet together until you are at least 8 meters clear. 4. Report to management, power company, and safety regulator. 5. Have the machine checked before reuse. There are visual indicators that can be used to identify overhead electric lines are present, including, but not limited to, warning signs, tiger tails, power line marker balls, markers of different colors, for example, white and orange alternated, painting the lower section of the pole up to 3 meters above ground. If you are operating a forklift in an area that is open to passing traffic, for example, vehicles and pedestrians, there is a range of control measures that you can use to make this situation safe, including, but not limited to, using a guide, barriers, warning signs, use a pedestrian exclusion zone, use a vehicle exclusion zone, flashing hazard lights, or having a traffic management plan. Communicating information to people in the workplace is critical to ensure the safety of all workers. Different ways you can communicate in the workplace include verbally, written instructions, signage, warning devices, using eye contact, or appropriate workplace protocols.